Hi everyone, it's Paddy here from arithmetichub.com, thanking you for choosing this video, but reminding you that whilst this is one method to solve questions like this, it's not the only method. With that being said, let's explore this concept a little bit further.
Hello everyone, so today we're having a look at ratio. Now these ratio questions I always feel look an awful lot harder than they are because they're often quite wordy, okay? So the first thing you need to be able to do is identify when something is a ratio question. So let me read the question first to start with. There are 3 blue sweets for every 7 red sweets. If I have 28 red sweets, how many are blue? So we know how many total red sweets we have. We know that the ratio of red to blue sweets is 3 blue for every 7 red. And we've got these 2 keywords here, for every. If I see for every, I immediately think, right, okay, this is going to be asking for some sort of ratio. I'm going to have to use ratio here. So let's check in with the method. The method says, write out as a ratio, what information do you have? The second part of the method says, what you do to one part of a ratio, you do to all parts of a ratio. And it's similar to what you do for equivalent fractions, which is something we've been doing for an awfully long time. And then the final part says, annotate on your method. That's just going to be able to help you to check it and to keep you thinking of this equivalent fraction sort of similarity that we have here. So, first part is, write it out as a ratio. Well, what does that look like? What I would do here is I'd start from the beginning. There are 3 blue sweets for every 7 red sweets. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, there are 3 blue sweets, we've got for every, so we can put this colon in to show it's a ratio, for every 7 red sweets. So a ratio is 3 to 7, 3 blue to 7 red. So we have these 2 pieces of key information already. We also have one more piece of key information. I have 28 red sweets in total. So, in total I have 28 red sweets like that. What I don't know is how many total blue sweets that I have. So now I've set it up in a ratio. What key information do I have? I know my ratio is 3 to 7, and I know I have a total of 28 red sweets. So now I'm going to use part 2 of my method. What you do to one part of a ratio, you do to all parts of a ratio. Well, similar to equivalent fractions. What if I had to multiply 7 by to get to 28? I can use my times tables for this, or to check I can write them down. 7, 14, 21, 28. So I know I've multiplied 7 by 4 to get to 28. See how that looks like an equivalent fractions method? Now, part 2 of my method says, what you do to one part of a ratio, you do to all parts of a ratio. Well, I've multiplied this part by 4. So I'm going to multiply this part by 4 as well. 3 times 4 is going to give me 12. Now I can see how many of my sweets are blue. 28 of my sweets were red, 12 of my sweets are blue, because the ratio is 3 to 7. I've used my method and I've set it up like this to be able to say, right, because I know that I multiplied my ratio of 3 to 7 by 4, then I need to multiply both sides by 4 in the same way that I use with my equivalent fractions. Let's check if this works for this one as well. There are 6 blue sweets for every 4 red sweets. If I have 66 blue sweets, how many are red? So, again, I'm going to start off, write it out as a ratio. What information do I have? 6 blue sweets for every 4 red sweets. My blue is 6 for every, shows that I'm going to use a colon here like this because it's going to be likely to be ratio, 4 red sweets. So set it up as ratio, 6 to 4. 6 blue to 4 red. What other key information do I have? Well, let's check in with the question again. If I have 66 blue sweets, how many are red? So now I know total amount of blue sweets that I have are 66. I don't know my total amount of red sweets. Okay, so I've now got a missing box. I've set it up as a full ratio here. What information do I have? A ratio of 6 to 4 and a total of 66 blue sweets. What I don't have is how many total red sweets. So now look at part 2 of my method. What you do to one part of a ratio, you do to all parts of a ratio. And again, similar to that equivalent fraction. Here I had the blue sweets, I had a ratio of 6 to 4, and in total I had 66 blue sweets. So what I've done is I've multiplied it by 11 on one side. I know if I've multiplied by 11 on one side, I need to multiply by the same amount on the other side. So I'm going to multiply by 11 on the other side. Similar to my equivalent fractions method, it even looks the same. So now all I'm doing is multiplying 4 by 11 over here. 4 times 11 is going to give us 44. So how many sweets are red? 44 sweets are red. Now, That's for these types of ratio questions. There are other types of ratio questions as well that include another key piece of information. So stick with the video and we'll have a little look at that. Okay, so let's have a little look at these types of ratio questions. Now, these types of ratio questions, I would say, are quite significantly harder because they've got one more piece of key information, but actually when you set it out, it looks like you have less information. So let's have a look at the question. It says, I have 35 sweets in total. I have 4 red sweets for every 3 blue sweets. How many sweets are blue? Okay, now let's go back over to the method. Now this is another one of those where when I read the method, you will probably go, that makes no sense at all, that you are talking absolute rubbish. That's okay. When you see it in action, hopefully it makes a little bit more sense. The first two parts have stayed the same, but I'm going to go over them again because they're important. Part 1 says write it out with a ratio. What information do you have? Part 2 says what you do to one part of a ratio, you do to all parts of a ratio. So this is going to work if you've got a 2-part ratio, this is going to work if you've got a 10-part ratio. All you need to do is stick to these steps. So the next thing says add the parts of your ratio. Then it says divide the total by your answer to part 3, which is this part here. And then finally it says multiply each part of your ratio by the answer to part 4, which again sounds like complete rubbish and complete nonsense. But let's take it step by step. Let's see if it makes sense. So the first thing I need to do is write it out as a ratio. What information do I have? So it says I have 35 sweets in total. I have 4 red sweets for every 3 blue sweets. How many sweets are blue? So I can see for every, so immediately I'm thinking, right, it's a ratio question. I have 4 red sweets for every 3 blue sweets. So let's start off with that. Okay, so 4 red for 3 blue. Okay, but it says how many are blue? And my problem here, if I'm looking at it, is I'm saying, well, I don't have enough information here. I don't have enough key information. But that's where this comes in. I have 35 sweets in total. So now what I need to do is I need to add a total in as well. My total is 35. So now I'm going to be able to use this to be able to work out both of these pieces of information. So let's go back. It says part 3. What I need to do is I need to add the parts of my ratio. So what I would do is I would do 4 and 3. 4 and 3 is going to give me 7. Added the parts of my ratio. The next part says divide the total by your answer to part 3. So my total was 35. Answer to part 3 is 7. So what I would do is 35 divided by 7. Now I can do my 7 times tables, or I can count up in 7s till I get to 35. 7, 14, 21, 28, 35. 5 lots of 7 are going to give me 35. 35 divided by 7 is going to give me 5. Okay, so I've now done part 3 and part 4. Part 5 is where I think a little bit of the magic happens here. So part 5 says multiply each part of your ratio by the answer to 4. Okay, so all I'm going to do is say, right, this number here, my answer to part 4 is going to tell me what I have to multiply each of these sides by. So I'm going to have to multiply this by 5 and this by 5 because similar to our equivalent fractions method, what you do to one part of a ratio, you do to all parts of a ratio. So here I would do 4 times 5 is going to give me 20, 3 times 5 is going to give me 15. Okay, now it tells me how many sweets are red, how many sweets are blue. 20 sweets are red, 15 sweets are blue. But before I just take that at face value and say, yeah, okay, that's fine, what I need to do is I need to check, well, does that make sense? In total, I'm meant to have 35 sweets. So let's check. Does this add up to 35 sweets? 20 add 15 is going to give me 35. So I know that actually, yeah, that does give me the total of 35 sweets. Does it still fit in the ratio of 4 to 3? Well, yeah, because 4 times 5 is 20, 3 times 5 is 15. So I had 20 red sweets and 15 blue sweets. How many sweets are blue? 15 sweets are blue.
If you found this video useful, then I would massively appreciate you liking the video and subscribing to the channel. If you want to explore more methods or practice using the method we've looked at here, why not check out the teacher videos at arithmetichub.com. Arithmetic Hub has videos just like this on different methods, specifically targeting areas needed in Key Stage 2. There you can practice one particular skill or generate your own sets of calculations designed to challenge your understanding of all the topics covered in Years 3 to 6.